walled this down and have a little TV room. Yeah. It's so funny because the guy asked me next door, he goes, "Are you gonna make this like a club room?" I said, no.
Maybe when I was in my 20s.
Yeah. I said, I'm gonna make a room and put in 2 big screen TVs so I can show 2 different games at the same time.
Nice.
So I got a lot of expat friends here, but for whatever reason, a third of my friends here are from the Bay Area.
Oh, wow.
So they always want to watch 49er games. So you got to have 2 screens because I got to be able to watch the Seahawks and then they're going to watch the 49ers. So
Nice. How are they doing this year, by the way? I haven't followed up on them.
yeah, they're doing all right. They're 1-1. It's early in the season. You know, Pete Carroll's team is always usually pretty, they usually get off to kind of a slower start because they're kind of like the Bill Belichick method of where they're basically kind of building up their players in the first quarter. So this is right there, TechCom. So I go there. That's where Starbucks, all the Western coffee places and Western restaurants are. And then all these restaurants, some of them are closed right now, but they're all open during the evening. As soon as it starts getting sunset, about 5:45, around 5:40, 5:30, they'll start. A lot of these places will start opening up.
Yeah, there's definitely not a shortage of food places.
No, and so all around here in walking distance, by just coming down the elevator, there's places I can eat for anywhere from 75 cents to $1.50. Yeah. And then this is the bus that takes you directly to Bangkok or to a bunch of different other places. So my girl, she doesn't like me to pay. So it only costs like $60 for her to get back to her hometown. But $60 to her is a lot of money.
Yeah.
And so she rather take the, I think it's $9, 300 baht. She pays 300 baht and takes the bus to Hua Hin.
Where's that at?
It's on the other side of the bay. So we're on the east side bay, and she's on the west side bay.
You're talking about the Bay of Thailand? Or the...
Yeah, the whole, the Gulf of Thailand, that's kind of like a N.
Yeah.
So we're on the east part,
Okay.
and on the west side, exactly kitty corner, is Hua Hin, which is completely like night and day. It's like the opposite of Pattaya. So while this one is crazy, yeah, and a lot of Norwegian and Scandinavian people have retired out in Hua Hin. You know, the ones who don't.
Norwegians out there.
Oh yeah, there's tons. It's a huge Norwegian community and Scandinavian community out in Hua Hin, but mostly couples.
Yeah.
So husband and wives that come from Norway, Sweden, Denmark. They've decided to go ahead and live in the Hua Hin side. So they still got the beach, but none of this crazy stuff here. So, but unfortunately, there's no really business there, and companies just don't open up offices there, and then you can't get labor. You can't get the proper labor, both the Thai side and the European side. So unless you're a retiree, there's really no reason to be out in Hua Hin. Beautiful out there, but there's just not a reason to be there. Yeah. So this is the biggest temple here in Pattaya. Unfortunately, when our Western friends, and especially since the average age here is a lot older, anytime somebody passes away, the service is always here. Yeah. And then they do cremation here, so you can hear the bell dinging, and then you can see the smokestack, and so that's that they're having a service. Yeah. And then even with all the craziness around here, they got the elementary school here, the middle school. So now in Bangkok, you've done the King's Palace?
I didn't go to the King's Palace.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I just hung out in the rows of kind of like the business area.
Yeah.
But it's like pretty much where all the shopping malls.
Did you go to like Siam Paragon or MBK or Terminal 21 over there?
No, I was just there for like one day.
Yeah.
And then at night.
Do you remember what BTS stop you were at?
It was kind of insane.
Because our main office in Bangkok is on a souk.
Okay.
So one corner is where Terminal 21 Shopping Mall Bangkok is.
Okay.
And then diagonally across the other way is our office. It's in the Exchange building.
Okay.
And that's kind of basically a big Western building where all Western businesses are.
Okay. I probably walked past.
Yeah.
I walked past, I think, this place up there.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
huge fucking mall, right?
Yes. Yeah. So. Yeah. Oh, we better cross here. Let me ask this guy if he's going to Nakula. Nakula? Yeah. We gotta wait until it loads up a little bit. Whew. Oh, I guess he's just gonna go. Awesome.
Yeah, the ones in Chiang Mai are red.
Yeah.
You know, it's good.
Well, you know, I almost bought property in Koh Samui.
Okay.
I love Koh Samui. I went out there. So I went out there the first time for a meeting because they were thinking about doing a project there.
Yeah.
And at the time it was a one McDonald's island. So when people ask me how big and how much infrastructure there is,
Yeah.
I just use the McDonald mythology, right? So Phuket and Bangkok have many McDonald's.
Yeah.
Then place like Koh Samui that I went to had one McDonald's, so it's only big enough to sustain one McDonald's. And then you go to a place like Koh Samet, the National Preserve, zero McDonald's. So you can kind of get an idea of how populated and how much infrastructure there is based on the number of McDonald's.
Sure.
Now, a few years ago, Koh Samui moved up to a 2 McDonald's island. But I almost thought about buying property there because the very first time I went out there, I went to the main Strand Road, beach road,
Yeah.
parallel to the beach road. Is a kind of like the downtown strip area, and ended up going into this art gallery photo studio, and it was a guy from Seattle and his family.
Oh, no shit.
So he and his family took a vacation to Thailand, absolutely loved it, and they bounced around to a number of islands, one of them being Koh Samui, and decided partway through the trip that they're gonna pack up all their stuff, leave. They were down in Soto with an art gallery and a photo shop. And then decided to just move to Thailand.
Wow.
So he's the photographer, so he runs the photo gallery and the art gallery. And then his wife teaches art and teaches English. And then they have 3 kids, and they were living out in Koh Samui, and I ran into them and met them. And he showed me around, and I saw property, and I came really close to buying. But then I realized that the problem with, as beautiful as it is one, when you're on an island, it's a lot harder to hop off the island. I mean, I had to really put that into consideration. That's why I like a place like Chiang Mai so much better. And so if you want to live up north or somewhere else, that's fine, but to be able to get off the island very quickly is hard sometimes. And so realized I needed to be on some sort of mainland. It's easier to just travel to Koh Samui and Phuket, and if I want to go diving, I go to Koh Tao, and it works out a lot better.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Hey, you got yourself a good spot here, man.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's inspiring, man. Makes me want to do this out here.
Yeah. Well, I live a little bit further out to the next city over, down that way, down south in Yom Tien, which is literally only just 2 miles. And it was nice there, but unfortunately, all my Western friends, my contacts, come here. And then, you know, when clients come, we're always meeting on this side, or I have to take them out. And that 2 mile difference was enough for travel time, which was a headache. And so I just realized, you know, after I had 2 previous condos out there in Yom Tien, I decided, you know, it's a little bit quieter and nicer, but eventually I kept on coming back here and have to meet people back here. And so I thought, you know what, let's just buy a condo right in the heart of this little area. And I couldn't get any closer to where all the meetings take place. And so I ended up buying it during COVID.
Good.
Yeah. I almost bought in that building too, because it's right next to the mall. This white building that we just passed.
Okay.
And I looked at it, but the units are, I had to buy 2 adjoining units.
Yeah.
I can never, I can always get a single unit. I couldn't get 2 stuck together. And so ended up finding the unit that I'm in now.
Yeah.
I looked at this building called the base,
Okay.
but unfortunately the units are anywhere from 27 to 55 square meters.
Oh wow.
I kind of, yeah, I mean, they're great for short-time living, but for a person who works remotely or works from home, I just need more open space. Plus, I do a fair amount of entertaining when people do come, or some, you know, I have, you know, business associates come. We always meet at my place for drinks and hanging out, and so I need a little more open space. And in order to do that, I had to get a bigger building.
So business is good for you since you've gone solo?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I like the fact that I pick and choose where I want to go. So like I want to go to Japan in September, and I made it a point to have a meeting in September. And so I posted some pictures. I don't know if you saw, but I went to a few baseball games and stuff. And I was able to do that because I joined the two together.
Absolutely.
And you know, nothing against China, but I don't like to be an employee and being sent in the middle of nowhere to China.
Yeah.
And I had too many of those kind of trips.
Really?
Or to the factory or to design center or something, and you're in the middle of nowhere. And so I just decided as I gotten older, I'd rather go to places that I really enjoy. And so being independent is much better.
Yeah.
So you know that we're on beach, this is Second Road. So the main road that's parallel to the beach. So the main road that's parallel to the beach is called Beach Road. And then we're on Second Road. And then of course the next road would be Third Road. So for me, where I live, depending on where I want to go, I either use Second Road the most or Third Road. Because I'm kind of stuck in between both of those, Second and Third Road. And I don't really spend a lot of time on the beach side because I don't really go to the beach too much. I mean, every so often I got friends who say, hey, let's have a cafe or eat with the beach view. And so then I'll hop over from Second Road here and go down to the beach. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, this place is wild, man. It's wild.
I remember I was in the hotel no longer exists, but there used to be a hotel right next to the Hard Rock,
Okay.
and they put me there my very first trip out here for a meeting.
Yeah.
And I remember they had, you know, bottles of Thai whiskey in our room, and I couldn't get over how cheap it was. It was like $6 or something, and it's like for whiskey.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are super cheaper, but then there's some things that are like American prices.
Yeah, you just can't. If you get stuck in, like, I have Westerner friends who only shop like at Villa Mart for only Western goods and Western groceries.
Sure.
It's gonna get pricey for you if you aren't willing to grasp onto other things.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, for people who want it a little bit quieter, they'll get further and further away from Walking Street and be on this side. So between where we're at now, around what, Soy 6, all the way down to the, we'll hit this like little corner spot, which is called the Dolphin Roundabout. Between Soy 6 and Soy 1, you know, you get fewer nighttime stuff, and it's just more restaurants, more hotels, quieter, a little bit more high-end hotels. And then when you turn the corner and you head toward the seafood market, whole different experience too. And then the further you follow that road, the more you get into neighborhoods that are really quieter, families. Yeah, there really is, you know. And those people in Wongamat, they hardly ever make it out to Walking Street. Like, I mean, I bet you people in Wongamat, there's some people out there who probably haven't been to Walking Street in 10, 15 years, you know. Like for me, it's what month? We're in September, and last time I was there was February, and that was only because of a work thing. So, Because people always ask me like, oh, you live right there, or do you go there every night? I was like, no, I kind of get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and
Exactly.
I'm usually in bed pretty early. Plus, I don't go out unless I'm forced to go out. Yeah.
I'm the same way, man. Last night I had to go out. I felt
Yeah.
like, they invited me to go out. Even had a little bit of alcohol, which I haven't drank in so long.
Yeah?
I just don't like it really.
Yeah.
The last night I got pretty waked up with those guys.
Yeah, since like I had to have a couple drinks in Japan, and that was the first time I drank since February. Yeah. Because when I was used to be an employee, and I was more in the concierge and the hospitality side, I was drinking, 4, 5, 6 days a week. Yeah. Yeah, right now we're getting about 35, 36 baht to the dollar, which is nice because I've seen it as low as 24, and then we were consistently around 34. No, I'm sorry, 27. So we're in the 24 to 27 range for the longest time, and now we're right around 35, 36, which is nice. And I got really lucky during the condo, during the COVID. I got 39 on the exchange rate when I bought that unit, and then that guy sold it to me for half off. Yeah. So we're right at the junction corner.
Okay.
One will get us toward out of town. So if you take a sharp right here, that gets us out of town and goes to Bangkok.
Okay.
We're going to take a slightly less sharp turn and go up here, and that'll get us to Nakula, the fish market.
Okay.
Oh, we have to hop off. Or, oh, no. Somebody come?
How are you? Good.
Yeah, they got some really big, like the Dustin, they got some big, like semi-resort projects behind this main road. A lot of landscape, a lot of trees, and it's kind of pushed back in there, and it's very quiet. There's actually a couple of these places have conference areas that are pretty big, and I've had some, bigger meetings, and we've had them pushed back in there. It's as I said, as further you get over on this side, the quieter it gets, and you get away from a little bit of the nightlife.
Totally.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a few expat friends who are married, have kids. They live right in the Nakula area or past it, and quiet life. Some of them where they've married a Thai girl and live out there.
Yeah.
It's a little too quiet for them, but yeah, that's what you're getting when the further you get away from the nightlife area.
Yeah, as long as they're happy.
Yeah. Yeah, the first girlfriend I had years and years ago out here, her family is originally from up north and over in Chiang Rai, and they own a lot of farmland out there. And I visited up there a bunch of times, but it's a little boring.
It's quiet.
Yeah, it's just too quiet. And in her community, there's so few expats.
Oh, really?
There was like basically 2. And you don't see them too much because they don't go out too often, and yeah, it's just too quiet of an area for me. So I've gotten a little bit lazy, but back in the day, I used to come out to the Nakula Fish Market almost every week to get fresh seafood coming right off the boat.
Sure.
And usually I would do it, I was typically back in those days, I was working Monday through Thursday remotely, and I get Friday, Saturday, Sundays off.
Sure.
And so on Friday, Saturday, Sunday morning, like at anywhere from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m., I would come out here and get
They open that early.
Well, they're coming right off, the fish is coming right off the boat. So I'm buying as fresh as possible.
That's awesome.
But I've gotten kind of lazy, and now I just, sometimes I don't come out here at all. I just buy it at the grocery store. But yeah. Now there is, it's not as, there's just not as much of a variety, but in Yom Tien, there's a little makeshift fish market out there, but there's only like, about 4 to 6 people that sell fish, and there's not a lot of selection, so that's why I don't go out there.
Right.
So. Where are you staying exactly?
So here I can tell you, I don't know exactly the road.
What's it by?
I don't know, really. It's kind of by that center square, whatever that is. Yeah, I don't know the areas too well. And I'm kind of lost in
Because I think you sent the name and I didn't recognize the name of the place.
yeah. Let's see here. I'll send you that map right here. Google map. Right there on Chang Road.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. So pretty much Forward Life, that's our building right there. Right there.
Ah, okay. Oh, I know where you are. Yeah. I usually stay up
You're up
more.
there?
Yeah, more
Yeah, I
there.
noticed that the northwestern side is like, that's where the universities and a lot of younger people are living over there. It's pretty cool. Yeah, but it's quiet though over there.
Yeah.
Nothing like here or in Bangkok, that's for sure.
You know, they burn the fields up there, right?
They do, that's what I hear every year, man. Yep, you get the smoke thing every year.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
That's what I've been hearing. I haven't, it's going to be my first year this year experiencing it, so.
Most people, they book out of there for a while.
Yeah. It's that bad, huh?
It's really bad. Yeah.
Shit, if that's the case, I'll just cruise down to Pattaya for like a week or something, you know? Yeah, it's great, man. I didn't plan on hiring all these workers out here, but we got so many laborers. Like, there's not enough things for these guys to do, you know?
Yeah.
So it's,
Yeah, we were having a hard time. We were having a hard time keeping the profit margin at a certain percentage point, and then realized that we're making it quite a bit better in Asia. Not so much Japan or Korea or Hong Kong, but definitely Thailand, Philippines, Cambodia, Vietnam. Hire the labor here. Yeah, you know, anywhere from 60 to 75% labor Thai. Switch over, get our design, architects, and other stuff here in Asia. A lot cheaper.
absolutely.
Rent is cheaper. Property values.
Yeah, it's one of these things where I save money while I'm out here comparatively in the U.S. You know,
Well, when I used to be an employee, I used to make money off of my per diem.
Yeah.
Except for when I go to Japan, Korea, or Korea's all right, but Japan and Dubai and Hong Kong, I used to go over on the per diem, but
Yeah.
the rest of the other places I made money. Yeah, this is it. Cup of cup. They kind of cleaned this up. It used to be a kind of a free for all. People just parking their motorbike in any random spot.
Sure.
They finally organized this. I heard that they even have like actual tables and sitting areas here now. It's been a while since I've been out here, but yeah, that's hilarious. This is a lot different than it used to be. It used to be kind of chaotic. Let's take a look to make sure. I think they moved the cooking areas. They used to have them lined up here. Let's just walk through and we'll see if we can find some cooking ladies.
Good.
Yeah.
ได้ดิครับพี่เลยได้นะครับ
มาจากพี่ปูมามาจ้าเลยจ้า
Lúc nó xa giờ mát thì ít kè. Phi đâyนะครับพี่โอเคของฟรีเลย
อย่างมาไก่เตียน
ลูกเรา
Those things are vicious, man. Those mantis, man.
Yeah, but you know, they're really good. You can get them steamed or you can get them barbecued and they taste so good.
Really?
They taste like eating, it's like eating a lobster tail
Yeah.
without paying the lobster tail prices.
Thành như là kiểu anh nhà mẹ có cùng nhau với con biết nó có cái xích riêng chưa? Ba lấy sao hỏi
Đúng rồi, đâu biết
nói chặt cho một con mẹ mình cha thôi.
Quá tài ngon.
nó mà ngắt bên lưới
Yeah. Yeah, I've had them before many times and mostly in India. We usually buy these and just barbecue them. A little bit different than the Japanese seafood market, huh? Tsukiji. Yeah.
Pretty big out there. Pretty big out there.
Yeah. Yeah, they moved some of the stalls around here. They have an area where they you buy the seafood and then have it cooked up.
Oh, nice.
But I forget where. They must have moved the location of where these ladies cook the food up. See, these, they're like eating scallops.
Yeah.
And so we have them cooked over the open fire, and they'll add some butter and garlic.
Nice.
Yeah. Just find where they have the ladies cooking the food up. Yeah, yeah.
What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy?
Let's walk over there and see if that's where they moved it.
Someone's
It might be
cooking
right,
something.
yeah, it might be right here. Let's walk over there and see if that's where they're doing it. Oh, I think this is it. I think we can buy the seafood and bring to you, right? Yeah, okay. We go back and we'll come back. And then where do we now go to eat? Like over there?
1 person 10 baht.
Okay, okay. And then you cook for 30 baht. Okay, thank you, Cup.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah.
โลละ 1,000
Big.
Can I just get 4?
โอ้1
Yeah.
กิโล
Yeah.
1 2 3
Massive.
Okay.
What crab is this? Have you ever had this crab before?
I have, but I had it in mostly chicken curry or something.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Cup of cup. Okay, cup.
I'm gonna go grab some squid and some clams.
Yeah. You want to have on the clams, do you want to have them like Thai basil, spicy Thai basil style?
Your suggestion. man.
Okay. I mean, that is we are in Thailand, so might as well have it that way.
My clams are good.
Yeah, when I see them, I'll tell you. They use the kind of the softer softer clams.
Do you like squid or turtle?
I like both.
Do you like oysters?
I'm not gonna have any oysters today. I've eaten so much over in Thailand. Can I just get 4? 1, 2, 3, 4? Like 4? How much? 30 bucks? Okay. I do, but that's a lot of crowd.
Let's get it, man. I like it too. Yeah, let's get one.
Hey, can I get 4 of this? 4? Yeah.
What is that?
Have them barbecue. It's kind of like lobster.
Like little tuna, wow.
Yeah.
With eggs, huh?
Yeah. I mean, some of them have females, so
Yeah.
the eggs are female. Yeah, how much is it? Cup and cup.
Can we get, let's get 4 of these. 4 pieces.
Man,
อ๋อ ตรงนั้นเลยแจ๊ใช่ไหม ยืนรออยู่ตรงรถโฟนะรถโฟนะตรงทางเข้าอ่ะแหละ อยู่ตรงป้ายนี่เนี่ยรถสองแถวCan you check one more? One kilo.
Sure.
ย่างกาแฟตรงนั้นเด้อ
can I do not half kilo? Yeah, 1 kilo too much. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, about that much. Yeah. Cup of cup. Okay, so we got the clams, we got the scallops, we got the shrimp.
Okay. Anything else?
What else you want to eat?
I think we got plenty.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Next time you'll have to get that.
เต็งเนี่ยจอนะเลือกได้แล้วซื้อกลับบ้าน
Get the smallest bag you can find, because we just have so much food already.
Yeah.
wonder if they're barbecuing over there too. I think they are.
Yeah.
And then supposedly there's seating on the beach too now.
Oh, really?
But I don't see it.
This is like one of my favorite stops right here. I love this shit. Seriously, man. Like, I'd be like you over here every weekend.
Oh man, the first few years I was out here so much, like all the vendors knew me, and like if I was gone on a business trip for like 3 weeks, they're like, "Oh, were you sick? Are you all right?" Yeah, it was. There was a time where I was out here so much, it was a little ridiculous.
That's right. I'd do the same. Man.
The problem with this place is they don't really have drawn butter, and I try to get drawn butter, but I don't quite work exactly right. Okay, let's explain. So this one here,
Barbecue butter.
yeah, yes. This one here, spicy clam with basil.
Okay.
Thai basil.
Spicy. You cooking?
No, wait,
You cooking?
you're cooking. Spicy Thai basil.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spicy นิดหน่อย
Yeah. This one here. See, I should have brought the Old Bay seasoning. I wasn't even thinking. Barbecue?
Barbecue.
Yeah. Hey, do you know butter? Do you know butter?
No butter.
Okay. This one here. This one, garlic and butter. Garlic and butter. And this one, barbecue.
อันนี้ butter good
Yeah.
โอเคนะ
Yeah.
butter
Okay.
this one
You better tell her how you want your calamari squid cooked.
Probably like, they do like curry here? Probably.
Yeah, they can do that. Yeah.
นี่ barbecue
No. Do you have a photo? Can you bring up a photo on your phone and just show her a picture?
Or should we do barbecue on that?
No, because we're already doing a lot of other barbecue. So.
Okay. Curry squid? Curry?
Curry.
กะหรี่
Yeah.
1 กิโล
Yeah.
อ้าวมาแล้วมันจะทำเหมือนว่าก้าวไม่เนี่ยนะมันอยู่ในนี้มันไม่ได้ออกในเป็นยูอีฟ
Yeah.
Yeah.
ยูซิฟอย่า
Yeah.
ไอแท็กแท็ก
Okay.
เข่งสองเข่งไอ้เข่งสองเข่ง
Oh, okay.
We'll have to walk around. Cup of cup. Funny seating. coffee cup? Oh, thanks, bud. So as kind of funny as it sounds, I have some Asian family members who grew up in the Midwest,
Oh yeah.
not anywhere close to any water, bodies of water or oceans, so you know they don't get fresh seafood, or they can't go to a market or even like High Place Market or like here, right? And so it's weird because when you grow up on some coast, you just kind of take it for granted that it's available, right? And then he came out here to visit me when I was living here full time, and took him out here, and it was just like in shock of this place.
You're right.
Yeah, it's funny because he was only here for 5 days, but we came out here 4 out of the 5 days. I was like, "You want to try something else?" He's like, "No, I want to come back out here." I was like, "Okay." Yeah, I tell when my American friends come out here, it's hard to explain. The lifestyle has changed it's so drastic from the U.S.
It's a culture shock, man.
And usually it takes people, it's not just necessarily a vacation. I mean, they see it on a short vacation, or they come and visit me, but if they're here for a decent amount of time, then they start really grasping the idea of how different it is. Yeah, it's hard for people who stay here extended periods of time to go back to living stateside. Yeah, I know people from Europe and Scandinavian countries where they came here for work and then had to go back, and they're like having a hard time adjusting back. Yeah. I met this really nice young couple that worked at the U.S. Embassy like 17 years ago, and then they wanted to relocate them to like Belarus or something, and they just flat out told them like, "We're having a good time here in Thailand. We're going to raise our kids here. If you don't want to keep us here, then we're both going to quit." And so they both quit. They said, "We're going to move you." So they both quit, took jobs teaching English, and they've been living now in Bangkok, a little bit north of Bangkok. They're up in Koh Chadha. Well, yeah.
As a foreigner, can you pick up any jobs here pretty much? This is just not mainly teaching like China?
No, I mean, you and I are different, but for the bulk of people who want to come out here, they gotta teach English, or it's tough getting. It's not tough, but you gotta look a little bit to get jobs. First of all, most people do the teaching thing, English thing. You can find some other work, but it's a little bit tougher.
Yeah, it'd be hard switching the American ways to Thai.
Yeah, I got real lucky, getting sent out here, so.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place if you can fit in American way.
Yeah.
Yeah, blew my mind how much what the salary gap is here. It really blows my mind. There was like a doctor or lawyer who's been 4 years of school.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I use a CPA who doesn't make much money, and I use a lawyer, attorney for my legal stuff here, and they don't. First of all, it's cheap, of course, because they're also not charging a lot, but they're also not making a lot. Yeah, there's a girl that used to work in our office, and she's working in North Carolina right now, and she, working out in North Carolina because the salary's better. You know, he was asking me a lot of questions years and years ago. I mean, he kind of was communicating with his job offer and says, hey, this job's in North Carolina, but look at the salary, it's so good.
Yeah.
Out in Charlotte. I said, yeah, go give it a try. And she loves it. Yeah, makes more money in 1 year than, you know,
Right.
a number of years out here.
Exactly.
You want a soda or something?
Yeah, please.
What kind of soda?
Coke's fine.
Regular Coke?
Yeah, please. Thanks. Thanks, Doc. Still talk to Dave Mueller, right?
Yep.
Yeah, man. How you doing?
He's a little goofy. He used to be, so I knew Dave from when, I knew him since first grade.
Yeah, man. You guys
So
you guys go way back.
so he's a happy-go-lucky person, always talkative.
Yeah.
And then I think his job really took it out of him. Got real reserved, kind of became a nomad, doesn't ever go out, leaves his house. It's not that he's unfriendly, he's just very reserved and just like all the spirit has left his body. Yeah, this is what happens when you get overworked too much. Yeah.
And what was he doing for work?
Well, he's always been in the telecommunications and just working a ton of hours, always stressed out, fearful of losing his job all the time, trying to hit quota every week. It's a bad way, yeah. I'm gonna be right back. I want to videotape this. สวัสดีครับ There's our shrimp. This gimbal has like a mind of its own. I can't really control it. I've just kind of given up on trying to get it to line up perfectly.
Fresh as they get.
There's a scallops back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to rent for the longest time out here. Well, first of all, they put me in corporate housing first. Then I decided, so I worked for companies where you couldn't put any pictures up. You couldn't buy any kitchen stuff to use in the kitchen. You couldn't move the furniture because everything was corporate housing.
Really?
Yeah, you couldn't add anything, you couldn't subtract anything, you couldn't touch anything.
They got those regulations like that.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Wow.
And so as much as it was great having free housing for a few years,
It
I
didn't
realized,
feel like home though. did
no,
it?
I didn't.
Yeah.
And then eventually I was like, okay, I gotta get out of here and
Yeah.
just pay my way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab something. โต้นะครับพอเคลื่อนที่ขึ้นไปได้ก็ได้นะอันนี้So my neighbor across the hallway is from the UK, and the one diagonally across from it is a German guy.
Yeah.
Then I have a French guy that I hang out with,
Nice.
and then there's a Swiss guy, and then of course tons of UK guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's a guy that I go swimming with downstairs. He's from Saudi Arabia.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah. Just everybody out here in Thailand from all different places.
Yeah, that's what's cool.
And I'll tell you, when I got back here about, what month are we in? September, middle of September, right? End of September? So I got out here 2 months ago,
Yeah.
and a month and a half ago, and it was so hot and humid here. I mean, it was unbearable. Like right now, this feels like it's cold.
Really?
It was, the humidity was so bad, it was worse than Florida. It was really uncomfortable. Yeah.
That's how I felt down in Bangkok, man. It was
Yeah,
out.
that's why I don't like being in Bangkok. It's like a cement jungle.
It really is. It really is.
Yeah, but out here, when I first got out here to see my friend,
Yeah.
it was, the humidity was so bad, and it not only was it about 10 to 12 degrees hotter, but then you add in the humidity at a high extreme level, it was really unbearable.
Last night was high. It seemed pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
Like, we don't get that cool in Chiang Mai.
Yeah.
It was pretty nice last night.
Yeah, it was. It's the perfect temperature to walk around.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I first got here, I didn't even like going to Tree Town at night to grab some microbrews with friends, because I tell them, I don't want to sit outside and sweat away while I'm drinking beer.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't want to be that guy that stays at home at night, but
Right.
I don't want to travel it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and be hot outside.
Absolutely. No, I think after all the food that's been eaten out here, instead of gaining weight, I think I lost weight from sweating so much.
Yeah, that's the one thing good about the hot weather. Yeah, when I didn't have my first few years, when I didn't have a moped, I didn't know how to take a hot bus.
Yeah.
I walked everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I would walk all the way out here.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, this is a hike to walk
yeah,
out here.
man. Oh, yeah.
Someone said,
Especially when it's hot.
Yeah. And I walked everywhere, and all of a sudden, a lot of my clothes wouldn't fit me. It was crazy. But then since then, I've
The motorbike.
motorbike, and then sometimes I even take a Grab taxi going a very short distance. I don't know if you saw, but I had a little exercise bike in the room. That's to try to ride the bike when I'm watching TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting a little lazy.
No, I mean, you can totally fall into this Thai thing down here if you're not wary of it.
Yes. See, that's why people who work here or vacation here for an extended period of time, they have a hard time going back to their home country after a while.
Yeah, wearing where the Western world is going, man. Being in the eastern side of the world is much better right now. It
Yeah.
really is.
That's why I kind of tune out. People always ask me like if I follow the news. I don't want to be ignorant and not follow the news, but
There's no reason to, man.
Yeah,
It's
it
the
really
same, it's the
isn't.
same fucking propaganda shit, you know?
Yeah.
Scare everyone, and
Yeah.
mostly all bad news.
it is. And so
It's just depressing, man.
So I've kind of stopped following what's going on. Yeah, a lot of us, we just kind of enjoy life here.
Yeah. That's the way it goes.
My coworker that I used to travel with doing these projects, he did a project out in South America over Colombia, and Indian loved it. And so he moved out there.
Colombia.
Yeah, he was working remotely on and off for a little bit, a year and a half, just to make sure it was good to go.
Yeah.
San Diego weather, cost of living is cheaper than Bogota or the other big city in Colombia.
Oh wow.
And it's high elevation, so it has San Diego weather all pretty much for the most of the year.
Nice.
And not as congested as Bogota,
Yeah.
and just a real easier lifestyle.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, a buddy of mine went out to Colombia and he loved it.
Yeah.
He really did. He was like, it's an absolutely really cool place.
Because so many people are working remotely these days. Although we did read that in Seattle they're trying to bring a lot of people back to Seattle offices.
Yeah, who wants to do that?
Yeah.
Who wants to do that?
Well, you know, companies that have a lot of middle management like Amazon, to justify their job and to also to basically micromanage, you need them in the office.
You do. You really do. Yeah.
See, for most remote jobs and then people who work abroad, you gotta self-motivate yourself or else it doesn't work. You want to take a photo of that for me since I got a camera? Yeah, I won't have to just take a photo. Yeah, when I used to be more prepared when I used to come out here. I used to come out here with my own can of Old Bay seasoning, paper towels in my backpack. I even have a little thermos.
Prepare.
Yeah, I had a thermos full of ice.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's just like I haven't been out here too much, so I just I forget what the routine is here. Yeah, I used to eat this almost every trip. Yeah. That's just my favorite. A little butter, a little bit of lemon juice, butter, garlic. See, this is all new. Just parking here. Wasn't here before.
What was it before?
Yeah, it was just a big boardwalk area that was completely empty, and you know it's kind of hot out here most of the time with no breeze. You know there is a breeze, but like if we came out here 6 weeks ago, it's hot out there.
Yeah.
And so out there with no shade,
Absolutely.
and it was, you know, I understand the concept. They wanted open space, but then people just didn't want to be here, so. You can give them somebody else's food. Oh, it looks good. Boy. This is spicy pan with basil. Very classic Thai dish.
Good right there.
Yeah. What is this? Oh yeah, that's your,
Holy smokes. It's good.
of course, your barbecue. Ah, thank you. Yeah, I like a little salt. Try not to use too much, but I love a little salt. Ah, look good.
Very good.
Thank you. I give this to you as a gift. I hope you, I hope you win. Thank you. Look good.
Thank you. What are
Lottery ticket.
Oh,
Doesn't cost anything, but boy, Thai people just love lottery tickets.
they really?
Yeah, that's why I always keep a bunch in my pocket. Just just to hand out for helping out.
Yeah.
Hot, hot, hot.
Well, that's neat, man. When are you gonna plan on going back to the States? Anytime soon?
Parents want me back for Christmas, so
Yeah.
I'll go right back just at the last minute.
Yeah, I'm going back for the same reason. For the holiday season. We're a little bit tough.
Yeah.
So is Dave still working for the same company then?
Well,
Where he's at?
in some fashion. So he was with T-Mobile.
If it's burning him not that much.
Yeah,
needs to
he
bounce
was
out
with
of it.
T-Mobile for a long time. Then they got bought out by the German company,
Okay.
and then he got fired. He didn't hit quota.
Oh,
They kept
no.
on threatening. His quota keeps on going up, and so then it's nearly impossible.
That's how they do it.
Yeah,
man.
they weed out all the expensive people, and keep all the college kids coming in. Yeah, it's kind of a racket. Then he got jumped on board through a referral through a. They're all connected in some way.
Yeah.
But same thing with quotas and all that stuff.
Yeah.
They got a little difficult. Yeah, they got a little bit burnt out. And
Yeah, Dave's always been a pretty cool guy, man.
Yeah, the rat race.
Yeah. That's America, though, man. I mean, most Americans are.
So when I was out, the first year I was living out here, I was a couple buddies of mine. We would go to like Cambodia, Vietnam, or to Laos, Myanmar. Just get a cheap flight, whatever had the cheapest flight on Friday week or Thursday night. We'd bounce up somewhere real close by, hour flight.
Sure.
Then we rent mopeds and we have our day packs on and just bounce around the countryside.
Nice.
Came across a lot of people where you can tell that they had no money, but they were super happy.
Yeah.
We came across this family right by the river, and these boys had basically trousers on, no shirt on, no shoes.
Oh, wow.
And they took this young, new bamboo tree, pushed the branch down into the water, and had some makeshift netting that they found, and flung the fish up.
Oh, wow.
And they only take one fish per day because that's all they need to eat for a family. So a family of 5, they share one fish.
Wow. They only pull one out because that's all they need.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to tell you.
We're pretty blessed, man. Putting ourselves, like a lot of my other friends are now. They're just in life.
Yeah.
They're in a career that they probably didn't want to get out of, but they can because they have a family.
So I saw Kate Akato,
Oh, you did?
yeah, last week.
Okay. Where at?
In Japan.
Okay.
Went to a baseball game with him and his wife.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, he's really good spirits. But yeah, same situation.
That's for sure.
He's running. You know, has two boys. One partway through high school, the other one just starting high school. But like he said, expensive in Japan, expensive to raise families.
Absolutely. And I think the work schedule out there is kind of crazy too.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah, he showed up to the game about halfway through because that's as early as you can leave the office.
Oh wow. Got warm. Oh shit.
You want to take a photo of that?
Yeah, man.
I'll hold one up so you can actually visualize how big this thing really is. Oh, look at this thing.
Oh yeah.
That's really big. It was so funny. I was on this work project in Vietnam one time, and we were eating the heads of our shrimp. You know, I know a lot of times you go to Chinese restaurants and Vietnamese restaurants, you'll see people eating the heads, but I never do.
Oh really?
And so we were in Vietnam, and I was with my European coworkers, and we didn't eat the heads. And so the service girl next to us politely said, "Hey,
You're tripping, huh?
yeah." Well, they said that the Vietnamese girls next to you are wanted to kindly know if you're going to eat the heads. And we're like, no,
really?
they can have it.
Oh wow.
And they thanked us about 20 times because that was a special treat for them. Because
Right.
you can tell from the food that they ordered that they were buying the cheapest items at this restaurant, and they could only afford that. So that was like a special treat for them.
I bet. First time having this type of lobster.
Oh, really?
Yeah, never had this.
Yeah, they have it all over the Gulf of Thailand, parts of Singapore. It's pretty common. I have to admit, there's two things I do miss about Seattle. Number one, wild caught salmon,
Yeah.
and then the Dungeness crab.
Yeah.
I always tell people, because I used to go out and get my own Dungeness. Dungeness crab is the best because it has the best sweet flavor.
They're really good.
And you just can't, no matter, I've tried all the crab around the world and nothing comes close to the,
Yeah. I believe it, man. We're very blessed out there.
yeah. Oh, scallop.
More scallops. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, that is hot. It just came off the fire. So the buddy you met with last night, where's he at right now?
He's in Pattaya. He's been here for over 30 days.
Wow, long time.
Yeah, and he's made a trip out here before, so he's starting a retail out here.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was in-house genetics, so it's pretty reputable brand in the States there. So I wanted to link up with him and with the owner.
Yeah.
corners and stuff. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible how many stores are out here. I only read about it, but just seeing it.
Yeah.
I don't know which there was more. Hot stores or massage places? I think massage places actually. Seems like there's massage places everywhere.
Well, I'll tell you, let's see, what our massages here in this part of town, about 150 baht for an hour, right? Maybe 150 for a foot massage, 200 for an oil massage, 250 for a Thai massage. So a little under $6
Very cheap.
for an oil massage. We used to have a massage place at our first office, so we take our laptops, go next door in the afternoon time when we needed to talk and work on our laptops.
Yeah.
So we get like an hour or 2 hour foot massage while we're on our computers talking.
Nice.
It was great. All for under $5. Yeah.
Are these fresh water or are they tap mountain?
I mean, the captain, I don't know what it is. Usually the freshwater ones, they'll have it on the sign that says freshwater. They don't want to trick anybody, so. Yeah, unless you're cooking at home, a lot of people don't want to buy fresh water here. I figure, you know, they can do that any other time. Well, that's the problem with like buying salmon here, because a lot of it's farm raised Norwegian salmon. I know. I saw the docu-series on the
It's
plane.
really unhealthy for you to do.
Have you noticed that they're wearing full protective gear?
No.
That should tell you something. Yeah, the world has caught up to the whole Norwegian salmon farms, and
Yeah.
I'm surprised they're still allowed to actively work. Yeah, that's why I don't eat too much salmon when I'm out here. Yeah, I can't get over all this parking space they added out here, and it's full too. Yeah, people used to.
Just park everywhere.
Oh, they were all in the residential areas, plugging up all the residential parking. Yeah, people used to have to walk a long way. And today is what, Friday? So it's not even Saturday, Sunday yet. So down here in
Would
Thailand,
you say Pattaya gets more busy on the weekends, or is it every night just the same?
yeah, weekends get an influx. All these Bangkok people come down here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the traffic here is going to be horrible tonight. Traffic. Gridlock everywhere.
No way.
Yeah. Just because so many people come in from out of town. Yeah, this is definitely a weekend town.
Yeah, it was definitely an experience last night at that club. Never experienced anything like that.
Yeah.
Never seen it like that.
I guess I just.
It's nuts. I'm still in shock. Like, I'm in culture shock.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I can handle it. It's just
Yeah.
seeing it like this, man. You see it on the internet and this and that.
Yeah.
Just in person. It's like, wow. Wow. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
crazy.
It is. So outside of the city limits, the main road is called Sukhumvit, just like in Bangkok,
Okay.
and it's parallel to Pattaya Beach.
Yeah.
And a lot of the locals who don't want to deal with the whole walking street nightlife thing, they're either married or have kids, or they just want it quieter. They live on the other side, which is it's kind of basically it's not east-west over here. It's more north-south. So Sukhumvit, the main drag, runs basically horizontal,
Okay.
and everything north of Sukhumvit Road is where they call the dark side,
Okay.
and that's where a lot of the locals who just kind of want to get away from the madness live. It's a lot quieter, different way of life.
Yeah.
Some of those guys who live out there and own homes or live in retirement communities, I bet you they haven't been into like actual city of Pattaya in like 10, 20, 30 years. Yeah. No reason for them to.
I get it, man. I really do. The older I get why people want to do that. Being young and poor, didn't understand what was going on. Yeah, it was a piece of quiet, but I really do get it.
Yeah.
Especially living in the city for so long. It's like, country's calm.
Yeah.
Or at least in our country.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I was out in Saipan for a while too.
Oh, nice.
And did a project out there for this whole legalization on the Asian side that happened.
Yes.
So I was trying to get an opportunity for the Asians to tell to smoke legally.
Uh-huh.
Saipan was as close as I could get.
Ah.
So we did a project down there, and then the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
I think I last that long.
I have a former coworker. I went to the office in Seattle, said hello, and they were a lot of people were taking their monitors downstairs
Yeah.
to, because nobody drives, so they were taking their Uber rides back home with their monitors in their hands.
Yeah.
One of my coworkers, who started exactly 2 weeks after I started with the company,
Uh-huh.
he was upset. He said something like to the effect of, within about a week or two, they're going to call us back early and tell us, hey, we overreacted, we're going to call you back. And so to this day, whenever we see him, we tell him, this is the longest 1 to 2 weeks we've ever had in our lives.
Yeah, a few of my friends out there are currently working remotely. They're never going back.
Yeah, I know some people who were told that they were had to go back to the office and they quit their job and get another job very easily.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially in markets like Seattle, it's very easy to find another job.
Yeah, these companies definitely notice how much money they're wasting for buildings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The same quality of work, the output is the same.
Yeah.
America's just a whole country of waste. Waste.
Yes.
It's just,
Well, we're a land of excess. Yeah.
taxing people.
Yeah.
You know, I can get the same medicine, my buddy, when he's a heart problem. I can get him the same medicine without
Yeah.
My buddy's wife is a doctor, and there's so much cheaper. It's exact same fucking medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely pay our price for that food.
Yes.
If you follow.
Yes. You all done?
Not smart. No, okay. That's all I do here. It's just been eating.
Yeah.
But it's the liquid food. For today.
Nothing really.
Yeah.
I mean, I really got to do a little bit of computer work. Okay, just send me a message.
Yeah. See where you're at and stuff. Yeah, I got later on. I got stuff like
Yeah.
Yeah, there's all those speedboats out in the water
Yeah.
over there on Beachfront.
Mhm.
It's all like tourist boats and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah. See all the Chinese tour routes and all the tour buses that are going.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they're everywhere. People don't realize this, but the Chinese make up more than 50% of all tourists that come to Thailand. And then the next group at 25% is Russians.
The Russians.
Yeah. So two countries make up 75% of all the tourist numbers. Can you believe that?
That's amazing.
Yeah. That's
And
why.
they're still trying to boost like the Chinese still
Yeah.
like even bigger.
Yeah.
I think they were talking about laxing the visa application process for them.
Yeah.
Because it's quite a bit of a process and expensive for them, so
Yeah.
Thailand's going to make it easier for them.
Yeah.
Which is good, man. You know, I mean, even in my industry, man, the Chinese are the ones out here are not spending money.
Yeah.
Like they'll come in and say, "Oh, I'll buy like 4 ounces or something."
Yeah.
Because they want to try everything.
Yes. Yeah, all the other countries' numbers are so minuscule that it really has no different impact. Yeah, I remember, because when you got to understand, Russia didn't open their borders for a while, so I was here already when they started doing that, and the Russians started traveling for the first time.
Yeah.
And I started seeing Russian writing on signs around town. I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
And then it became an eye-opener.
Yeah, so there's a huge Russian community here.
Yeah, even Russian night markets.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
There's some markets here that are really tailored, geared toward only Russians. Like you go in there and everybody's speaking Russian and Russian writing only.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very interesting. You can ask that lady for to-go boxes so you can take this home with you.
Yeah, bro. Take it home too. All this stuff.
What time is it right now? Approximately.
It's 3.
What time's your next appointment?
Around 4 to 5. The ship only lasts like an hour or two.
Okay. We gotta hurry up and get back.
That's all good. I'm just waiting for the call.
And then if they call, someone will be there a certain time.
Yeah.
Not like that.
What else here for a bag?
Yeah.
Or two.
Is there garbage around?
Huh?
Is there garbage around?
I don't know, maybe they clean it up. I don't think we have to worry about that. She's gonna bring some bags. Thank you, Cup.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good linking up with you, man.
Yeah.
Right, dude. It's been so long.
I know.
So long.
3 decades long.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's good to see that you're doing good. And now you're
Hey, is that hand
happy.
sanitizer over there? Is that hand sanitizer? I don't know. Is it, before we start throwing that on there. Perfect. Especially for seafood. Yeah, people are, I don't know what it is, but people know that we're by the water, but for some reason they don't think of seafood or something. A lot of people come here to see me, but they want to party.
Yeah.
So they like, I tell them, do you want to go get seafood? Do you want to go to night market, day market? And they're like, well, I didn't really come here to go shopping. They just want the nightlife.
Yeah.
You know what's so funny is I know some of the clubs because got to make sure that the guys I take out get home safely.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, do you come out to the clubs a lot? Because these guys know you pretty well. And I said,
Yeah.
well, I tip them
Yeah.
pretty well to make sure that I don't lose anybody.
Absolutely.
Because, man, if I lost somebody, it'd be such bad news.
Yeah.
You know, some of these younger Asian kids, they're kind of bratty. But I got to make sure that they get home safely. Because I mean, a lot of
us,
us,
man, they take care of you in there, man. I mean, you can go in the bathroom, you have your own personal fucking guide. It's
Yeah.
crazy, man. Just little things like that.
yeah, because you know, service is actually important in Asia, and they want you to come back.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Lady, bring our bill yet? Okay, we're out of here. Here's a chopstick for you. Now, normally I forgot this. This is look at how big that lobster is over there on the right. Holy shit! God. So I forgot that one of the big things I used to get out here was crab fried rice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I forgot that was a couple of the guys that always liked crab fried rice, so we would get it here.
Exactly. That and what was it? Pineapple rice.
Yeah, pineapple fried rice. Yeah, that's a big popular one too.
Too.
Yeah, so get that, and then soy dogs all laying out. Yeah, it was sad. My previous condo, I had these soy dogs I got used to. There's a 7-Eleven right next door to my building, so I'd go to 7-Eleven all the time to get, you know, little knickknacks, feed the dogs, or share my potato chips with them, or my sausage links. I come back from a business trip out of Singapore. Come back, I don't see any soy dogs. I asked the motorbike taxi guys, "Where's my dogs?" So I feed them. And they go, "Well, they're building a condo building around the corner, and all the Cambodians have taken them." Yeah, dude.
Never see it again.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was like, damn. I mean, Cambodia is such a poor country that they even bring people in droves from Cambodia to Thailand for cheaper labor. So that tells you how poor that country is.
Yeah, also in Chiang Mai, there's a lot of mines.
Yeah, because you can build a project way cheaper.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to get to the other side of the street in order to get the bus going the other way. Yeah, this is all new too. The tree's been there, but they put the boat and stuff here. And these cones used to never be here. It used to be a free-for-all. I mean, yeah, nobody's gonna hit you, but still. I think we got to go down a bit to. Oh, they even have police out here, which they never used to. Yeah, there's a couple markets and stuff in there for real cheap stuff. Yeah. I mean, if you go to any of these night markets and day markets, man, you get super cheap stuff. I needed Adobe software for a project, and I went to TechCom. I couldn't get the original copy to pay for real, so I had to get a pirated copy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that cost me $1 for Adobe Professional, which is not really quite fair, quite right. I mean, it's bad enough if I did it in China, but yeah, I try not to do it here. Especially with a lot of friends in the industry, I kind of have for many years started paying for stuff. I mean, back in college and high school, if I pirated stuff, that was fine, but yeah, I'm getting to the age where I got to pay for everything now. Let's see if this guy's gonna stop. You might have to get on and off once. I don't know where this is going. Good. They walk everywhere. They don't buy a moped. They don't take a bot bus. They want to explore. They walk everywhere. Good exercise. But I've been here a lot longer than they have. But when I need to find a French bakery or I need to buy a cooking utensil,
That's so much more convenient, bro.
Yeah.
And you know where it's at. And with a moped, you can check out your things.
Yeah.
For the first month I was up there,
Yeah.
we didn't rent any walking around too. But I couldn't get my bearings with somebody. I didn't know where I was. It's like, oh, we were walking to the store that had that.
Yeah. That's why a lot of times I'll start in the city and just like the main road, just go one direction and one direction back. Once I've gotten the feeling, and kind of expand from there.
You got
Yeah.
Beach Road, you got First.
Yeah.
Pretty easy.
And a lot of these, for a lot of people, they just stay on the main stuff.
Pretty simple process to get your license.
It is, but I haven't renewed mine in years.
Oh, really?
I've been driving illegally for a while now.
It doesn't matter, really.
Yeah. Well, the year that they did all the checks here, I got the license. And then they kind of got lax over the last several years, and they haven't been doing any checkpoints.
Yeah.
So then I just didn't bother to do it. I've gotten lazy. And because of the connections I have, I can get mine pretty easily. I can just do it. This spot bus is either going to turn left and go to Third Road, or go out of town, or it's going to turn toward the beach. Now, where's your hotel here?
It's at Seasons 5.
I don't know where that is.
It's down the beach that way.
Is it on Beach Road or is it on Second Road?
It's on Beach Road.
Soys. And what's the number? Soy 3. What other big hotel is? Yeah. Are you buying like a Mari or a Holiday Inn or?
I'm like on one of those side streets next to Beach Road.
Okay.
So, you know.
How far away were
You know
you?
where McDonald's is at?
Well, there's a few of them on Beach Road.
Yeah.
Are you, how far from Walking Street are you?
Last night I had to take a cab to go to my buddy, so I wasn't there. So, and then he took us to Walking Street. So,
Yeah.
you know, I'm getting to that. But I'm like, it's like a 10 to 15.
Will you recognize if you get close to your hotel by Beach Road? Because I think this might go to Beach Road.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, it's just what I remember about the
Yeah, unfortunately, there's like 3 of them on Beach Road. You know what's so funny about this town is my favorite New York pizza house is here in Patio.
No kidding. At least get me pizza.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta kind of take all your home favorites and just kind of shove them out the window.
Yeah.
But every so often you get lucky.
That gravy, man.
Yeah.
That gravy and you get lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the other night I was craving pizza and like spaghetti or some sort
Yeah.
of salad.
Yeah.
I had to eat.
Yeah.
So I ate it. First one.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I have to make my own Mexican because there's no Mexican here.
You don't feel logic.
No. But I usually go pretty far all out, so I make my tortillas from scratch with a tortilla press and masa, and then I make my own pico de gallo, my roast salsa, and make it all from scratch. So it takes a while. Yeah, I didn't know that the first 3 trips I came out to Thailand. I saw people being hopping on and hopping up, but I just didn't bother with it.
Right.
Finally, a coworker and I said, you know what, let's just hop on one of these things and ride it around for a while.
Yeah.
So, kind of figured it out pretty quick.
Yeah, actually being in here today, I think I figured what these things are all about. I didn't know how it worked before because I've never taken a boat ride.
Yeah.
I've taken a ton of
Yeah, places like Koh Samui and Phuket and Koh Chang, you got to get on these things because there's a lot of places you can't get to without somebody where you hop on, hop off.
Another thing I'm really surprised in all these cannabis retail stores, they cost a lot of money in some of these stores.
Oh, yeah?
They look like Las Vegas.
Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah, man, I really think I found my place for the retail. I think this
Nice.
Yeah. You know, we're gonna have one in Chiang Mai, but we're gonna have a second one, and there was a toss-up between Bangkok and here.
Yeah.
So, didn't Bangkok have to? But I think I like it. That's a nice beach spot.
Yeah. I think we gotta hop off. We definitely don't want to go this way. So this is going out of town. We want to get back to the beach.
Okay.
So we'll just cross the road and hop on there.
So
Back-
have you ever driven from here to Bangkok?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What about from here to
Oh, better hurry up. No, I've never. Have I? I've done Udon Thani.
Yeah.
But most of the time I fly. Just go. Most of the time I fly because it's just I don't have that kind of time.
Right.
My retired friends, they'll take the train.
Oh, really?
3 days on the train. But they got nothing else better to do with their time, you know? So, yeah. It was so funny. I did this work project out in the Philippines and I had a coworker who's a sales rep out there. He's Filipino.
You like the Philippines out there?
It's all right. I mean, I work out there. It's
Yeah.
nice change of pace. I got a lot of friends from the Bay Area that are Filipino, so it's a good chance to meet up with them. So I coordinate the projects at that time. And I'll tell you, I had a sales rep, and we had a company car and a driver drop us off, but then we had to call them, and I said, hey, he goes, oh, don't call them, we'll just hop on the jeepney bus.
Oh, wow.
And I'm thinking, oh, okay, it's gonna be simple like Thailand, but it took us like 2 hours to get back to the office. It only cost us 15 cents each.
Jesus.
But I told him, dude, I don't have 2 hours to waste taking a 15-cent bot bus. I said, next time, oh, we can hop on here. I said, next time, we got to call the lady. That's what we pay her for, to pick us up and drop us off.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
we're not here to try to get a ride for 15 cents. Yeah, I'm usually out in the Philippines about 45 days a year.
Oh, yeah? Where do you usually go?
I go where the projects are, which are mostly beach resort projects.
Okay.
But then we also have an office in Manila in an area called Makati.
Okay.
And then,
Do you feel more unsafe down there than Thailand? You do. It's not bad.
it's not bad. Yeah, that's why I never consider buying property out there.
That's the feeling. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Like when you say unsafe, like you feeling safe like in the middle of the night walking by yourself.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it is not safe. And even if you're in Starbucks, if you have a laptop on the table and you stand up and go grab that, somebody will grab your laptop and run out the door. Your neighbor is the same guy who will see that you're leaving, come over to your house with bolt clippers to steal your mountain bike. Yeah, it's that bad. People are great, but there's just too much theft,
That's crazy.
and you can feel unsafe. Yeah. Yeah, that's why it's not a place you end up going. So we're about on Soy 1, Soy 2 right now. Does this look familiar? Because we're all the way on the opposite end, far away from Walking Street.
Yeah.
Now, do you remember when you took a ride, when you took the taxi, were you passing the mall at some point, or was it before the mall?
I think it was.
Okay, because you better look to see where you're at on the map, or else you might have to backtrack. How far? Oh, it's you're on.
Find out.
Yeah. Oh, Soy 5. You're on Soy 5. Between first and second, between Beach Road and Second Road. Yeah, you're coming up. Yeah, you're right. We're gonna have to push the button real soon. Wait, half or more? Where are we right now? Yeah, we'll pass Soy 4 first. That way you don't have to walk too far. Yeah, I already pushed it. He's just got to pull over somewhere. We got all these tour buses.
All right, Todd. I'll give you a call.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Cool. Did you want any of this?
No. I'm full.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Okay,
All right,
take care.
I'll talk to you later,
Okay,
right?
I'll see you later. cup. Thank you.